Every Apple Arcade game has something important to share, so here are 15 Apple Arcade games with incredible stories. Number 1, we have the Bradwell Conspiracy. The Bradwell Conspiracy is probably the best looking game on this list. After all, it was made by a team of AAA veterans. But pretty visuals are not the only thing going for this adventure title. Obviously a great story is here, 2 compelling characters, and outstanding puzzle-solving gameplay, reminiscent of the Portal series, The Witness, or even Firewatch. At the start of the game, 2 characters are split apart after an explosion in the facility, with your playable character losing their voice. They can communicate using their smart glasses, and the woman on the other end can give you directions and clues. If you're looking for a game with high-end visuals, with a story behind it, the Bradwell Conspiracy is for you. Number 2 is Mutazione. This adventure game presents a coming-of-age story, a look into the beauty of nature and the importance of friendship and family. It's pretty much a soap opera with a lot of drama and high stakes around every corner. You play as 15-year-old Kai, who visits her dying grandfather on a strange island. This island was actually struck by a meteor over 100 years ago, leaving most of the community with strange mutations. Explore the community, talk to characters, and listen to their stories. Travel to strange environments and plant musical gardens. Number 3, we have Assemble with Care. The name of this game is so important to understand. It represents the importance of everyday objects to individuals and the lack of connection people can have with each other in their own town. Assemble with Care follows the tale of Maria, an antique restorer. She wants to help a town save their most important possessions and bring them together. Assemble with Care has 2 different gameplay approaches: fixing broken items for people and reading lines of dialogue. The artwork is so beautiful here. The developer did a great job at showing how a video game can also be an art form. Number 4 is Jenny LeClue, Detectivu. Jenny's mother is accused of murder, and it's up to you, the player, to find the truth. Jenny LeClue is a young detective, so she has some knowledge to crack this personal case. Explore the world of ATONE and meet an array of intriguing and suspicious characters who could help or hinder Jenny's quest for the truth. Look around during dialogue scenes, observe subjects for visible clues, and interact with the environment and be rewarded for insight, secrets, and humor. What's kind of cool is that the author of Jen's adventures will often narrate and guide you along. That said, you can also make your own choices that will change how the story is written. Number 5, we have ATONE, Heart of the Elder Tree. ATONE features an interactive story with difficult decisions and untrustworthy characters. The game starts out in Midgard, a once prosperous land. Now disaster has struck and the gods have abandoned everyone. Players will meet a range of characters and witness Estra's difficult discoveries. Along the way, you must solve puzzles, engage in rhythm-based combat that is a dance of sword and axe, and enjoy the heavy music score. Fun fact, character attack animations were made using rotoscope under Photoshop for ATONE. It's attention to detail like this that makes me love not just this game, but all Apple Arcade games, even if many titles use 2D animation. Number 6 is Yaga, the role-playing Folktale. Yaga has the privilege of probably being the best RPG on Apple Arcade. It explores Slavic mythology, reputation and multiple endings, and fun fantasy action. All this creates a very engaging experience for RPG fans. On your journey, a mysterious witch will watch over the main protagonist, Ivan, a one-handed blacksmith. Ivan is given impossible missions to complete, offered by this witch. You can use a deep forging system to make different weapons, magic, perks, and curses for Ivan, from lightning hammers and hook-shoot pitchforks. Experimenting with different combinations is a good idea, as it fundamentally changes how Ivan plays. Number 7, we have various Daylife. The year is 211 of the Imperial era, and a new continent has been discovered. As a colonist, players will go on a journey discovering every corner of this new place and can live it out in the city of Arabia. Various Daylife is another RPG game, but it plays differently with a battle system for turn-based combat, strategic expeditions, and side-scrolling gameplay. You can build up a warrior, choose your rations, choose from 20 job classes, and more than 100 types of work, and battle dangerous monsters. Number 8 is NeoCab. Get a glimpse into the future and see what life is like as the last human driver for hire on the streets of Los Hoyos. NeoCab has you choosing your passenger from the PAX app in-game, navigate the city grid and get them to their destination, but you must connect with them and listen to their stories. Each interaction will affect the main character, Lena, and her mood, so you must manage your emotional well-being, watch your rating, balance your monetary needs, and the needs of your passengers. One thing to note is the game is very focused on dialogue. However, I found myself getting really engrossed into the characters and Lena. Number 9, we have Over the Alps. Travel back in time and stay undercover, evade police, and go across Switzerland in this awesome thriller. I'd say if you're a fan of 80 Days, Sunless Sea, or Rains, this game evolves on those ideas and format and brings out a wonderfully illustrated interactive fiction. This game is inspired by vintage travel posters, maps, and classic art from the period around 1939. The game is unfortunately quite short, though since Over the Alps has multiple endings, it warrants many replays. The game is highly underrated on Apple Arcade. Many skip over it because of its simplistic look, but please give it a go. The writing is fantastic. Number 10, we have Tangle Tower. Welcome to the sequel of Detective Grimoire. This time, Tangle Tower shows a thrilling mystery about Freya Fellow, a murder victim in a mansion. The only suspect for this murder is a painting of a figure holding a knife. It's up to you to investigate the mansion, looking for clues. The ending did feel a little rushed, but overall it has a nice story, an atmospheric soundtrack, and outstanding fully voiced and animated cast of characters. Number 11 is The Get Out Kids. The Get Out Kids is a point-and-click adventure, along with a narrative puzzle experience. It is set in the fall of 1984, and you'll be following the story of Molly and her fluffy dog, Moses. They sneak out of home to see a midnight showing of Ghost Blasters with their good friend Salim. However, it's not all sunshine and roses. Moses mysteriously disappears, and now you're on a rescue mission. Across the chapters, players will use a 3D diorama to search for clues that will lead you to an ending that should surprise you. The story isn't always cheerful, especially in the first chapter, but it's very engaging and I think some of you will really get engrossed into the adventure. Number 12, we have Murder Mystery Machine. Join detectives Cassandra Clark and Nate Houston as they investigate a string of murders. On paper, it sounds like Tangle Tower, but it has a completely different gameplay style, with 3D graphics, a mind map to solve clues, complex dioramas where you can rotate, zoom to closely explore each environment, and it has a modern noir style where scenes are lit with neon glow and characters have a stylized look. Murder Mystery Machine is an episodic game. So far, chapters 1 to 3 have been released, with more to come soon. I like this approach as it makes me excited to see what happens next, and it gives me an incentive to keep playing the game long after it has launched. Number 13 is INMOST. Here we have my favourite platformer on Apple Arcade, and it was the first game I finished on the service too. It's an atmospheric game that follows 3 playable characters within one interconnecting story. We have a young girl who can't jump high, a man who can maneuver around with ease, and a knight who can attack the enemies. Having different characters keeps the game fresh across the 3 hours on offer, and all the stories are really interesting too. But honestly, they are very dark and quite sad. That's the thing about this game. It's beautifully haunting and shows themes of evil, pain, and death. You should know that before going into it. Number 14, we have the Mosaic. Speaking of gloom and doom, the Mosaic explores how humans can be very lonely and stuck in a rut at work. As you play through, more colourful scenes start to appear as the main character tries to get himself free from his depressing life. It's quite a weird game though, with bizarre people and creatures coming in your path and impossible counters occurring too. I'd say the Mosaic is aimed more at adults. Children might not understand what the game is all about, with themes of suicide, depression, and dating, for example. The game has a very important message to share, and I hope it can talk to you as it did for me. Number 15 is Cardpocalypse, a role-playing game and a card game mixed into one sweet package. Cardpocalypse has you playing as a 90s kid, making friends at school, playing cards, and trying to save the world. Mutants from the kid's favourite card game invade the real world, and it's up to Jess and her friends to defeat them. This means battles are played out with a collectible card system. In my opinion, it's the best card game out there right now, instead of being a free gacha game. Plus, it also brings some adventure elements too, where you can explore an elementary school and talk with different characters. What Apple Arcade game stories have you loved experiencing? Was it one from this list, or did I miss it? Let me know in the comments. If this video was helpful, please leave a like, as it greatly supports the channel. Subscribe and turn on notifications, that way you won't miss future videos around Apple Arcade. Thanks for watching.